Hey foodies, and welcome back to Cooking with Kiana. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these Cajun style deviled eggs that's topped with shrimp. These are so delicious and a great way to put a spin on your average deviled egg recipe for Easter. So without further ado, let's get right into this recipe so I can show you guys how it's done. So here are all the ingredients that you're going to be needing for this recipe, but you can go ahead and check the description box below. I will have the full recipe listed there so you guys can go ahead and check that out. But for this recipe, you'll need 6 large eggs, 3 tablespoons of mayo, 1.5 teaspoons of yellow mustard, 1 teaspoon of hot sauce, 1 tablespoon of relish, 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of Lawrys seasoning salt or regular salt, a pinch of sugar, some paprika to garnish, your 12 shrimp, and about 1 to 2 teaspoons of Cajun seasoning. So first you want to start off by adding hot water into a pot and letting that come to a boil. Once that comes to a boil, you're going to go ahead and add in your eggs gently so they do not break. Then let the eggs boil for at least 12 to 14 minutes. After the 14 minutes is up, you're going to go ahead and add your eggs into a bowl of ice water. This is going to stop the cooking process, and it's also going to make it easier for these to cool off so you can peel them. Once they are fully cooled, it is time to peel your eggs. Well, for me, the easiest way to do this is just by breaking that egg, then starting to peel it from the thickest part of the egg, which is usually the bottom. Once you get your finger underneath that shell, you can just easily pop the shell off of the egg. Now go ahead and repeat that step until all of your eggs are peeled and then rinse them off. Slice your eggs in half so you can remove the egg yolks. So now that we got our eggs all sliced in half, it is time to remove our egg yolks. And a quick and easy way to do this without making a mess is just to go ahead and gently squeeze that egg, and then that yolk will just start to pop out, and then just use the spoon to help guide it into the bowl. I like to do it this way because you're able to get out as much yolks as possible without spending a whole bunch of time scraping it out. To that bowl, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of mayo and 1 tablespoon of relish. I'm going to follow that up with my mustard and my hot sauce, 1/2 teaspoon of salt or Lawrys seasoning salt, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, onion powder, and black pepper. Now go ahead and stir the mixture together until it's a light, fluffy, and smooth consistency. Then you're going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of sugar in there just to balance out some of that acidity. Trust me, it's not going to taste super sweet, so don't worry about that. Now go ahead and stir that all together until your mixture is nice and smooth and thick and creamy. So now that I have made my filling, I'm going to go ahead and transfer that into a Ziploc bag. This will make the stuffing process quicker and faster and less messy for me. So you're going to go ahead and just close that Ziploc bag and make sure you release out all the air in that bag before you do close it. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab the corner, and I'm just going to cut a little slit in there. And boom, you got your own little handmade piping bag. So now you want to go ahead and add that egg mixture into each egg white, making sure you do not overfill them so you have enough egg mixture to fill up every single egg white. And if you guys are enjoying this recipe so far, go ahead and leave me a like. I post bomb recipes once a week that are easy to follow along to and never lacking in the flavor department. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and subscribe so you guys do not miss out. All right, so now that I'm done stuffing my deviled eggs, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of paprika on top just for a pop of color, along with some parsley as well. To be honest, you could stop right here and the dish will still be amazing. However, we want this to stand out when you bring this to the Easter party. So let's go ahead and add some shrimp on top for garnish. I'm going to be using this Cajun seasoning to season this up, and you want to use about a teaspoon just because we only have about 12 shrimp. And of course, you want to make sure you peel those shrimps off. Yes, I have left the tails on for presentation, but you can go ahead and take those tails off if you would like. I'm going to go ahead and add 3 tablespoons of butter to a large pan and let that heat up. I'm going to add in my shrimp, and we're going to let that cook on medium heat for about 2 minutes per side. Once they start to curl up, they are done. Be careful not to overcook your shrimp because it will become rubbery. So once your shrimp are done, you want to let those cool off for about 5 minutes before adding them onto your deviled eggs. And this is just to make sure your deviled eggs do not melt. When you're done, you'll have these delicious Cajun shrimp deviled eggs that the whole family will enjoy. Hope you guys all enjoyed this recipe. If you did, make sure you leave a like and leave a comment below letting me know how it turned out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.